Where Gears of War 3 really gets interesting is that the original, like that original story arc, it really concludes in a massive, massive way. And not so much in a positive way. I mean, obviously losing Dom was huge, guys, but it really comes down to a series of deaths that really lead us into what is Gears of War 4. So with that, eventually, Delta Squad finds Marcus's father alive and well, who does everybody the favor of dropping some much needed exposition. Apparently, the big problem is emulsion. For all its clean energy properties, it is actually a living organism, a parasite to be exact. Prescott figured this out and had Adam working on a cure. Unfortunately, the Locust conquered Azura, and Mira made Adam develop a process that would kill the Lambent but leave the Locust alive. Marcus obviously doesn't like that part. While Adam finishes the energy device that would administer the cure, Marcus and his crew go toe-to-toe with both the Lambent and the Locust, eventually having a showdown with the Queen herself. Marcus gets some sweet revenge, killing Mira by stabbing her with Dom's knife, but not before the device has been triggered. This unfortunately spells the end for poor Adam, who'd been injecting himself with emulsion trying to test out his cure. His last words, "Go and live for me." With the Locust and Lambent all annihilated, that looks like it's very, very possible. So the end of Gears of War 3, another, tearjerker, gut-wrenching in a number of ways, guys. But then that leads us into what I believe to be the dark ages of Gears of War, which we got Gears of War Judgment that came out after Gears of War 3. And many people, I think it's pretty well documented that a lot of people did not like Judgment. It just felt too much like I felt like, at least from a campaign perspective, it felt so much just like Horde mode. Like you're just playing waves and waves of enemies as on different maps and such, is really what Gears of War Judgment felt for me. Even though like part of the story was interesting, I felt like it was a real step in the wrong direction. But then, of course, later on down the journey, we got Gears of War 4. So, and this really led us into that next generation of what really turned into, the Gears of War franchise. So we fast forward 25 years. That's enough time for the COG to reform, humanity to build itself up again, and for Emergency Day to become a never forget platitude spouted off by politicians at memorial services. The Stranded have, comparatively, made nice with the COG, but still don't feel 100% comfortable living under their control. So a slew of folks still live in outskirt villages from Humanity cities. Among them are Marcus's son JD and his smartass friends Del Walker and Kate Diaz. Things are going about as well as post-near apocalypse life can get when JD's village is raided one night by a new, never-before-seen creature that descends on them like a swarm, which is probably why they end up calling the creatures the Swarm. Either way, the creatures end up kidnapping everyone in the village, including the chief, Kate's mother, Reyna. JD does manage to lop off one of the Swarm's hands, having the sinking suspicion he knows exactly what these things might be. Del suggests there's only one guy who definitely know for sure, which is JD's father, of course, Marcus. So this is where Marcus, guys, obviously is kind of in the background, isn't really a playable character anymore, but he's older. Obviously, you're playing as JD in Gears of War 4, but he's still there, which is just like absolutely amazing. And he really rises once again to the occasion to really help, the gears essentially go on another mission.